Hey everybody, IcyCat here. Today we may have gotten some leaked information regarding what the new Italian CTU operators look like and some insights into what they can do. Let's break down what we know next. These two operators' images were leaked today on the subreddit, and where these actually come from are game files that were added in with today's patch 1.1 update. These are new files that have been added into the game structure for the PC version of the game. You can use software unpackers and actually unpack the files that are located in there. Now, I actually don't have unpacking software installed on my computer to go verify this for myself, but if you did want to verify it, allegedly the files themselves are stored at the following location: r6_unlock_gis_alibi.bik. .bik is a popular format that these software unpackers use to read the content that's there. It's not like it's just stored in a zip file that anybody can uncompress. You have to have the software that will read that specific format. The other one is located in the same file, however, it is at the maestro.bik, found in the video folder. Again, I don't have the correct software installed to go verify this myself, but anybody that does can check that out and maybe verify that and confirm for us. Maybe let us know in the comments down below if you do verify that. These are actual video files, and I am not going to play the video files here because people have been reporting that when they post the video of the video files, Ubisoft has actually taken those videos down. So I'm just sticking with still images here of what's been given to us. I find that kind of unusual. I'm not sure why Ubisoft would actually be removing any of the videos. I know that they do that if leaks are based on NDA-based content. In other words, if someone has been invited to a particular event where they're given special access that nobody else has, and maybe they take a screen capture with their cell phone or save something to a thumb drive and they upload it and they violate their NDA agreement. I am aware that Ubisoft does issue takedowns in those events, but I'm not sure why they would issue takedowns in this event, because this is actually files that can be found in the game by anybody using the correct software to uncompress those files that are there. So it's not like anybody had to violate an NDA to post this. They're there. They were added in today's update if you are on the PC version. Still, just to be safe and not get anything taken down or copyright striked, I will just post these as still images, even though they are common files in the game structure, and no agreement was violated to obtain them. Now you can see here that we've got some names for each of the operators and their placeholders. This is also something that we've seen before in previous seasons. In fact, if we remember back before Operation Blood Orchid launched, we had the placeholder names of Dazzler, which became Ying, and Caltrip, which later became Legion. So the placeholder names are there. They're not necessarily the final names, but they are kind of an indication of what might be coming out. And this could be what we're seeing here too. So the first one is called Alibi. Of course, the unmistakable thing that you'll notice about this image is that behind the operator appears to be a couple of holographic representations of the same operator. Now, it was leaked several days ago on the subreddit and forums by Artex3 that he had gone into the game files using, again, some of this unpacking software and kind of took a look around at what's there. And he did find the following information, something regarding states of holograms. And you can see these are game files unpacked from the structure of the game, detailing information regarding the status of a hologram. Now, some YouTubers have put together some videos talking about these are going to be the new Italian operators' abilities. I wasn't really ready to go there just yet. Although we have seen some of the information regarding previous operators get leaked through the use of game files, and that did turn out to be accurate, there has also been some misdirection that was there too, and I just wasn't ready to call it for the sake of accuracy. If everybody remembers back to like the first season, there was a whole big deal about an operator that was going to have like a telescoping ladder that could climb back up trapdoors because somebody found an audio file in the game files and they thought that that was the indication of the next operator's ability for what was going to be the Red Crow operators. And that totally turned out to not be the case. In fact, I think at the time that was even proven that maybe that was like the Russian recruit operator's voice file for when he tossed a grappling hook up and he said, climb this, and everybody thought that that was going to be the next ability. So I wasn't really ready to kind of throw everything into this just yet. I wanted to see how it played out for the sake of accuracy. But now we've got this other image that appears to be added to the game with today's update, found at a verifiable location to kind of go hand in hand with this. It seems to be pointing in a consistent direction, so I feel confident in reporting that this is at least a strong maybe. And again, images can be faked, but having the actual file structure uploaded into the game that supports where these things can be located is definitely more conclusive. Another interesting thing to note is the name of the character here. So alibi. What is an alibi? Well, of course, if you have been seen in one place, but you were actually suspected of being in another place, you have an alibi that says, hey, I was actually here in this other position. And this kind of goes hand in hand with what this operator might be able to do. So if they can cast a hologram of themselves, then this would be something that you can maybe psych out the other team thinking that you're in one position and you're really in a completely different spot. And this may add some really interesting dynamics to how the meta of the game plays. Now we'll take a look at this operator. Now he has two names here. One is listed as Maestro, the other is listed as Barrage. He's very confident looking with a string of shotgun shells slung across his chest there, and we don't really know what this operator might do. One of the game files that was unlocked did say something about a bulletproof camera, but it may not have been necessarily anything that was associated with a particular operator. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. It was a little hard to tell, so we don't have anything. Like with the image of Alibi, you could actually see the evidence of the holograms behind that operator, which seemed to go hand in hand with the hologram file that was unlocked. Here, we don't necessarily have that one-to-one correlation backing that up. So the deployable bulletproof camera may or may not have anything to do with this operator. Another game file found indicated that the AA-12 combat shotgun was going to be added to the game. This is a 12-gauge automatic shotgun. It is fed by a drum magazine and it shoots out a lot of 12-gauge rounds. Now that would certainly support what we see on his chest there with the bandolero of shotgun shells. Another interesting thing is if you take his name into consideration, Barrage, a constant, like maybe a barrage of fire or something like that. Maestro could also have something to sort of do with that. I mean, you think of like, a music conductor, a maestro, these kinds of things, there's lots of complex music being interwoven and it's like this big dance, or another way to kind of think of it is like there's a battle of what's happening, a symphony of destruction maybe. So that may also kind of go hand in hand with the Barrage name concept. This may be an operator who has the ability to lay down a lot of heavy fire or inflict a lot of destruction on the field. It's hard to say for sure. And again, I do want to state that these are all in a leaked status. None of this has come officially from Ubisoft, and we have seen them put out things before that wind up getting changed. But there has also been some things that have turned into some real things that have panned out in the game. So as I mentioned before, Dazzler was a leaked code name for the operator that did in fact become Ying. Legion was an operator whose code name was originally Caltrup, and those files were found the same way as this. Through the game file structure, as the game was updated, that info was added in the season leading up to it, and people were kind of able to piece together what they thought these guys might do, and they got kind of close. So if these files can be found in the game, then that means that there's definitely something to that here, but there's not always a perfect understanding with what goes on. Again, I bring up that example of the telescoping ladder that everybody thought was going to be coming to get back up into trapdoors, and that never panned out into something substantial and real. So do take this with a bit of a grain of salt. Even if these are actual in-game files, they can be subject to change. These are, however, two Italian operators as depicted, and we are getting the Italian operator CTU coming up in the next season, as well as a new map to go with them. So this is not exactly 100% official, it's not 100% confirmed, but they are files within the game right now that you can go find if you have the correct unpacking software. So what do you guys think? Do these seem like some cool new operators that we might be getting added into the game here? How about these abilities? What do you think a hologram operator might do to the game, and how would that work? Let me know down in the comments below, or share with me over at IcyCat25 on either Facebook or Twitter. And if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification icon so you're alerted as soon as I upload new content. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.